Candace Owens has said over and over that only people who have something to hide silence others.
Like, that probably means that you're not a good person or you're not a good company if the truth is a threat to you.
Well, today I woke up and found that Candace Owens had silenced me.
Okay, guys, up next, we're going to talk again about Candace Owens, the right-wing YouTube podcast superstar. Whatever you think of her, you cannot deny the numbers and chart-topping status that she is currently pulling. And I really wasn't planning on talking about Candace again so soon. I criticized her last week for comments that went viral where she very explicitly accused the Trump administration of murdering Charlie Kirk, which I think is an outlandish claim with no evidence behind it. And I've always said extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And while I can have compassion for her grieving the loss of her dear friend Charlie Kirk, I think the way she's using her platform is reckless. Now, here's the update that we have to talk about. The clips that I showed you last week were from her book club, which is kind of a paywalled, members-only, long, lengthy video that she does. An account that criticizes Candace Owens took a couple of brief snippets from that paywalled live stream and posted them on X with criticism and commentary. To me, that's classic fair use, which is an exception to copyright law that applies even to paywalled content for criticism and for newsworthy value. Same way that I read articles on the show that are paywalled. Sometimes we'll react to clips from a show that is pay-per-view, or you can even react to a movie scene or other things, and that is fair use, even though that is content that you have to pay to see in full, and you couldn't just repost the entire thing with no comment added. You'd be violating their copyright law. Well, now Candace Owens, free speech crusader, who always says if you have nothing to fear, you have nothing to hide, then she's suddenly discovering copyright law and using it to take down and file takedown requests against the one particular Twitter account, Milk Bar TV, that's highlighted these clips against her with her own words, and now she's weaponizing copyright law, and not in what I think is an incorrect use of it. Let's watch Milk Bar's video explaining what's happening, and then I'll give you some more of my thoughts.
Candace Owens has said over and over that only people who have something to hide silence others.
Like, that probably means that you're not a good person or you're not a good company if the truth is a threat to you.
Well, today I woke up and found that Candace Owens had silenced me. So what happened was last week, after being told repeatedly over and over again by people that she's even more unhinged in her private book club, I decided that I'd check it out. So I went to the recent one, subscribed, and found that this was absolutely true.
Nothing in Charlie's life was real. I don't know, there's just something really sick and demonic about the entire thing.
By the way, we should just pause on that. I didn't mention that, but she appeared to suggest Charlie's life was all fake. Presumably that would apply to his wife? I don't know. I mean, it really is true that these live streams she has behind this paywall are even more wild than her normal public commentary. And that adds to the defense of why it is newsworthy to share snippets of this. Because whether you like Candace or not, she's a massively influential figure. She's saying important and relevant things. And this is a very clear exception to copyright law. But she is now weaponizing that to silence this guy, who, to be fair, is her hater and her critic, but he has every right to. And that includes, he couldn't just, I want to be clear, like, it's not like copyright law doesn't exist. He couldn't just take her private videos that are paywalled, upload them in full with no added commentary, and then let people watch them there instead of her paywall. But that is not what's happening here. He took brief snippets and commented on them. That is the definition of fair use that all creators, including Candace Owens, every time she plays a clip of somebody and talks about it that is copyrighted, use and rely on. And she is abusing the copyright system to try to take down one of her critics in a really nefarious way here, in a way that doesn't even make sense, as he will explain as well, because this guy helps her. When he highlights her book club, she gets more subscribers to them, not less. So he's not even really infringing her financial gain at all in terms of the paywall.
And she went on to, I think, accused the Trump administration of assassinating Charlie Kirk.
My heart aches for the fact that he gave so much of his life to Trump and to politics, and they just were like, nope, that is it. It serves us or it doesn't serve us, and we want to move on. And so here's a holiday. Bro, if they try to give me a holiday, what is with them giving people a holiday after they kill them?
She also went on to say that she didn't believe that Elon Musk and other AI tech billionaires were human, that they were hybrids, and that if she stabbed them, they wouldn't bleed.
It's something in the eyes. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I know I'm human, but I don't know if I stabbed you if you bleed.
Now, I believe in copyright. I think copyright is important. But at the same time, I think that these moments were newsworthy. Now, I believe I followed fair use by adding commentary. They were covered on some of the biggest podcasts and in mainstream media.
The Fed signature. It's how they sign off after they murder you.
The federal government, the Trump administration, killed Charlie Kirk is the claim.
She absolutely suggests Trump let it happen.
Accusation against Donald Trump and his administration.
I don't even think these people are human. Like, I look at Elon Musk and Sam.
Now, Candace Owens responded by, pretty much saying that I was accurate with what I said that she had said, then plugged her book club. She went on to thank the people that had shared my clip. She also said that because of those clips being shared, that she had this massive boost, the largest sign-ups to date for her book club.
So this is the point, that if her argument for why she's justified in filing copyright strikes and getting this guy locked out of his X account is that, oh, well, he's infringing on my copyright and hurting my business, that is literally untrue. One, because what he did is protected, but also because she, by publicizing these clips, she says, unless she's lying, that he helped her get more people to sign up for the paywall and become paid members to access her book club rants. So she should be thanking this dude. She should be sending him a fruit basket, not weaponizing the copyright system to try to get him deleted from X, which is what she did. And again, for a woman who constantly says, and I've been very critical of Candace. I have encouraged people to stop watching her, but I've never said that YouTube should censor her. I've never said that X should delete her, anything like that. I've never filed any sort of claim to try to get her taken down, and I wouldn't. But she always says this, so that when they're trying to silence you, that means you're over the target, or that means you're onto something. And here she is, literally trying to silence a critic. By her own logic, that means he's onto something. That means his criticisms have a point. But all he did was post real clips of her saying what she thinks. Like, that's the craziest part. His criticism is just, look what she said. Isn't that crazy? It's like, I don't get it, man. Why is she doing this? If she acknowledges these clips are real, she doubles down. Yes, that is what I said, and I believe it. And it's only helping her business. It just looks like a vindictive and petty act to try to target and retaliate against somebody who's criticized her. There's no other explanation for that.
Book club. So publicly, she was pretty much thanking me, saying that she had profited off these clips. But yeah, in the background, she was clearly panicking, and she submitted these copyright strikes to get them taken down.
And that you're actually trying to silence people who have valid questions or criticisms or concerns.
I see that it only appears to be me that actually copped these copyright strikes, despite other people.
This is a good point as well. Milk Bar is not the only one who clipped these and who clipped this and posted it. But as far as I have seen, he's the only one that's been hit with these copyright requests that Candace's one of her staff members directly filed to X, and he showed the email because you actually get to see it. Anyway, so they're just, from what I've seen at least, just filing them against him. So if it was really about, oh, he's violating my paywall, blah, 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 she'd be doing it to all the creators. But kind of seems like she's just weaponizing this to target him, which again, not very, I think, fair or honest.
Also uploading the same content from her book club. Including other posts that I saw were uploaded even before mine. Now, with her Nick Fuentes interview she put behind a paywall, she said it's beyond crappy to just straight pirate someone's entire 2+ hours of content that they created, but pulling clips is fine.
So let me explain this. he is pointing this out as a past hypocrisy. She put her interview with Nick Fuentes behind a paywall, which is her right as a content creator. But a number of people just ripped the whole thing and uploaded it for free on X for everyone to watch. So then people watch it there and she doesn't get the monetization for her content. That, I agree, is beyond crappy. That is just violating someone's copyright. But what she said was that it's fine for people to pull clips from that long paywalled live stream and post those clips. However, now she is saying that, that guy pulled clips, because again, it's not like Milk Bar posted the full hour-long thing. He just posted a couple brief snippets. Well, I'm filing requests that will literally get his Twitter account deleted if they're successful, multiple of them. And he doesn't take down the content. So she got him locked out of his X account. But there's no consistency here whatsoever. She's doing the exact kind of thing she's complained about in the past, and that she says she's attacking someone for doing exactly what she has said is fine to do with her content in the past.
As many are doing. So, funny, it appears to be only me that Candace Owens is coming for with copyright strikes.
And obviously I'm kind of constantly going through a public x-ray of my life, people examining. I'm never fearful.
As Candace Owens and her simps love to say, you know you're over the target when they're coming to attack you and to silence you. So, hey, I guess I'm over the target.
I guess so. That's her logic, right? That if they're trying to silence you, you must be onto something. I've always found that a bit silly, because they might be telling you to shut up because you're saying something stupid, but applying her own logic, and more importantly, the entire ecosystem of content creators and YouTubers and podcasters and streamers that Candace Owens herself is a part of relies on fair and accurate interpretations of copyright law. And when people weaponize it, we've seen this happen with other creators in the past, when they weaponize copyright law inaccurately and incorrectly to try to silence their critics, I think that is a really cowardly and contemptible thing to do, regardless of whether you agree with Candace's theories or not. This isn't cool. It's not okay. And I think that she is being a hypocrite. And I don't want that, but people could absolutely apply the same logic to her. And many of the things she has been put on her stream and her show, people could file requests against her. And I hope they don't. But if they do, she would just be getting a taste of her own medicine. What do you guys think? Do you side with Candace on this, despite everything I've just shown you? I'm always open to different opinions, so you can let me know in the comments. And regardless, make sure you're subscribed, like, comment, yada, yada, yada. And that'll be it for today's episode of the Brad vs. Everyone podcast. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Do remember to send in your voicemails for our Voicemail Friday episodes. And with that, guys, we'll talk again real soon.